we are currently staying at our newest location, 127 Castle Street, located in Geneva. We most recently relocated from 401 Exchange Street, which we were in that location for 16 years. Our lease had expired. The landlord yearned for more space. We needed something a little larger than what we were currently in, so we decided to move basically about a quarter to a half a mile up the road, and we basically reinvented the concept, our concept of Ciccino's Pizzeria in Pinacoteca, from what we were to where we are now. Basically, we're leasing from 127 Castle Street LLC, which is a massa company, and we occupy 3,500 square feet, and it's a limited service, quick service operation instead of our full service / quick service combination that we had in the past.
All right, show me around.
So this is our dining room. We have seating for 50. The actual chairs and furniture did come from the old location. We did paint and rehab some of them. So we seat 50 in this space. Coming around here is our front counter. It's our slice display case. It's heated and lighted, and we can fit up to 16 pizzas in that space there. This is our order here section, where we have two sections: order here and pick up here sections. Here, the customer would come in and place their order here. They wanted to get slices, they would get their slices here, get warmed up and handed to them at that time. If anything was ordered to come out of the kitchen, they would pay for it here, put their order in here, and then when the order came up out of the kitchen, they would get called to the other counter, which I'll show you here shortly.
All right.
So we basically did it to split it up so we don't bottleneck into one area, and it's more consistent flow of traffic, people coming in and leaving. So this is, like I said, this is our slice display case. It can hold up to 16 pizzas.
Nothing in there today because you're closed
We're
today.
closed on Mondays.
Right.
Currently closed on Mondays, correct. We stay with the same hours that we had most recently when we shut down last September. And then we're hoping to evolve into maybe some longer hours on the weekends and possibly reopen on Mondays. But for right now, there's still construction, minute stuff, punch list stuff that we're trying to finish up, and the landlord finish up as well, on Mondays when we're closed.
And why? I mean, Geneva. I love Geneva. I think it's such a cool town. Have you been, do you live close to Geneva? Why did you choose to come to this location?
So in 1996, we opened our flagship store in Waterloo. I currently, along with my family, reside in Seneca Falls. I'm a native of Auburn. In 1996, I opened up the original Ciccino's Pizzeria in Waterloo. And then in 2006, we opened up our second location, which was a small takeout delivery pizzeria, which had seating for about 20 people. Then in 2012, we expanded to a first service restaurant in Geneva. But long story short, after 16 years, we had to make a decision. Going through COVID, we learned a lot. We adapted a lot of our functions and how do I say, methods.
Yep.
To be as efficient as possible. With that being said, we took a look at our lease being up, our space that we were in, what we needed, and functionality, and we decided to make the move. It was a mutual agreement between us and our landlord, which was Lions National Bank at the time. And then this space was available. We negotiated with our landlord, which is 127 Castle Street LLC, and we came to a 3,500 square foot facility that is basically designed to pump out in pizza and Italian fare as quickly and as efficiently as possible, and get it to the patrons as quickly as possible.
Where are you originally from?
Auburn.
And you're Italian.
Yes, I'm Italian.
So am I. My mother's maiden name is Ligori.
Oh, okay. So my parents immigrated from Sicily in the mid 50s and early 60s. I was a first generation born here, so I'm Italo-American. I'm Sicilian, but Italo-American in a sense.
So how did you learn, how'd you get into the restaurant business, and do you cook?
When I was in college, I learned the trade, and this is going way back. Gino and Joe's, if you're familiar with the name, it was a pizzeria in Auburn, or there was multiple locations, but my flagship, my alma mater was Gino Joe's in Finger Lakes Mall, which was a quick service pizzeria, slices, busy place, busy mall at the time, and that's where I learned the trade. Shortly after that, when I was in college, when I graduated college, I graduated with my associates. You know, I liked the business. I wanted to further in the business. My parents helped me out at the time. They backed me, and that's how we opened our flagship store in Waterloo in 1996 at a young age of 21.
There you go. And so I'm going to get back to food in a minute, but I want to talk about the kind of backsplash. I love this.
So yeah,
This wasn't here before?
No, this was a Rite Aid.
Oh, really?
This was a Rite Aid pharmacy, and it's been vacant. I think it was vacant for 2 or 3 years. With that being said, when we came in, it was basically 4 walls, a ceiling. The landlord, which purchased the building in March of 2022, basically gutted everything, sectioned it off, and we occupy half the building. And there's a demising wall right behind me, and there's another space on the other side of this.
All right, so do you make a good pizza or not? What's the deal with your pizza? I haven't had it, so you need to tell me about
pizza is all a matter of opinion.
It is.
I think it's a great pizza. I mean, people love our pizza. It's been the same recipe from day one.
Okay, consistency, like we were just talking about.
You know, it's, at times we had to fluctuate product, especially during COVID, because a lot of our goods were hard to source, and so we had to fluctuate product. You know, with similar products, this and that, but we always stayed at an even keel, or the quality was always there. Thank God we're back to be able to source our products, and the supply chain issues are behind us, hopefully, and we're back to that same recipe that we've been using from day one.
And so, what do people like about your food, or what do you hear that people like about your food?
I think it's a traditional, it's a quality, and it's consistent. You know, we, like I said, from day one. Even though we don't prepackage food and ship to stores, because we have 3 locations, everything's made on site. There is a certain amount of variable. You know, it's human nature. You know, one handful, one person is a little less than a handful of another person, and so forth. But it's consistency, and it's made fresh to order. When you order it. And
What's your most popular menu item?
I mean, our pizza is the most popular, but our chicken wings, our charbroiled chicken wings, by far, number of orders put out.
For just the chicken wings?
Just chicken
What
wings.
makes them good?
We offer a charbroiled chicken wing, which in this area we were one of the flagship, restaurants, pizzerias to be able to offer it in this area in Seneca County. But since day one, we offer a charbroiled chicken wing where we take it, mix the chicken wing in the sauce, throw it on a grill, sear the sauce in it, and it gives it a different flavor profile, smokiness.
People love it.
People love it.
All right, let's see the rest of the place.
All right, so we'll take you around here, coming around the corner. This is our pickup counter here. Excuse my hand. This is, so we're basically coming in the front door if you're pre-ordered and coming to this area to pick up your food. In this window is it's where the expediter would stand, where the food would be passed through. Expediter would see the lines on the table over there. There would be orders in segregated areas that would be put together, bagged, tagged, put on the shelves here for pickup or delivery. And in this area here is our pizza station. This operation here, if you can see the subway tile walls, the epoxy floor, I mean, basically it's made to be able to hose down with a hose, agitate, and squeegee into direct floor drains.
So what's the secret to having a successful restaurant chain, local chain business? I mean, the restaurant business is a really difficult business, correct?
It is.
So what's the secret? Like, how have you been successful? I mean, I'm sure that's a loaded question.
Our brand is key. I mean, we've managed to brand Ciccino's over the years. So when somebody hears Ciccino's, they know that it's synonymous with good Italian food, and they know what they're going to get. Success in the restaurant business, I mean, margins aren't big, you know what I mean, in any restaurant business. Volume, consistency, good customer service, and making sure that people are happy, from the time they pick up that phone to the time they eat that food and they're done with their meal.
Big deal.
Yeah, big deal.
So how many locations do you have now?
We have 3 locations. We have this location, which is our newest, We have a location in Del Lago Resort Casino in the food court, which is a fast food court operation, which actually is a hybrid. This location is a hybrid between that location and what we had before. So we combined the two concepts and came up with this concept. And then we have our location, our flagship store in Waterloo at 22 East Main Street, which basically is a full-service restaurant, takeout and delivery. We have a full-service banquet facility on our second floor, which we can accommodate parties up to 130 plus people. And that location we opened in 1996, so we've been there 26 years.
And so, do you have kids? Are they? You have three?
Yeah, three.
How old are they?
So my oldest is Caitlin. She's 27.
Oh boy.
She's going to be 28. She's actually our HR and our finance director.
Oh, so they're in the business.
Yes, yeah. And well, my two boys, my middle boy Sal, he's a senior in college, and my youngest boy Nico, he's a senior in high school.
Are they? Do you think they're going to get involved in the business? Or
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah, so
You're not sure, but.
I can't force them to do what they want to do. They're in college. They're going to create their own path. But I hope it's something that they like to do.
So, what do you think that Ciccino's brings to Geneva? Like we were just talking about, it's such a cool Finger Lakes town. Like, why do you think that this is something that the community can appreciate and use and need?
Well, Geneva being, not only at the north end of the lake, of Seneca Lake, it has Hobart Williamson College. This model here, the quick service, the in and out, the upbeat metro atmosphere, I think it brings some liveliness, when somebody comes in here. You walk in here, you see it's almost like, and there's not names, but you walk into a place in New York City,
Yeah.
a market, in New York City, or a restaurant market, or a food hall, and that, I think that's what we bring, is more of a with this location, with this concept, more of a metropolitan look and atmosphere restaurant, pizzeria. We're here to stay. This is celebrating our 17th year and 26th year in the area with our flagship store. Come down, have a slice, come join us. Relax, and like our motto goes, live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. It's the Ciccino's way. So, we're here to stay. Come and join us. Give us a call or order online at ciccinos.com.